Did I forget my koozie? Oh, no. I have it.
Oh.
Do we open the can when he starts talking, or already open?
Right about the same time, yeah.
Okay.
Do I still have your pink flamingo thing? Or
No.
I
have it.
We're good on Twitch.
I have it.
Yeah, I thought I gave it back to you last time. We're good on Twitch.
This is on Twitch as well?
Yeah.
I thought it was just YouTube.
You-
Not that I care, but...
I think you said
wish.
that exact same thing last time.
Really?
Yes.
It looks like we're live on both platforms. So,
Fucking, I don't know. We could be in TikTok for all we know. I don't know.
look,
Yeah.
we're not on TikTok.
I think our show's a little long.
For TikTok.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Hold on. Let me take a swig first, and then...
I hope it's not freezing cold.
Have I told you guys I hate this part?
Okay, I'm ready.
No, never. Oh, God.
You gonna go? Should I go? Welcome to Home by 8, Drunk by 10. This is a 5-bagger, which is when one of us watches a movie 5 times in 5 days and the other two probably watch it at one each. Today's movie is Gone Girl, a drama, mystery, thriller released in 2014 and it is 2 hours and 29 minutes long. This is Mike, Brian, and I'm your top batter, Mel. We apologize in advance for the audio, video, and content quality. Enjoy.
Brian?
Yeah,
You did.
I did say Brian, bro.
He also said 2 hours and 29 minutes long, which is crazy.
Because it's right there. It says it.
It's true. That's what's crazy.
It's fucking.
This movie is
this
movie is long.
Is this the longest one we've done, guys?
Yeah, it's
yes.
barely longer than Brazil. I think.
Brazil. And
Yeah.
you chose Brazil
10
too.
minutes longer.
And Mike, you chose Brazil, right?
7 minutes long.
I did, yes.
Okay.
I'm stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is.
All right.
It is.
Let's hear from Mel, our top batter.
Oh,
What
okay.
do you think about the movie?
Well, let me see.
Now, wait, hold on. Before you start, you had seen this before?
I have. I
No,
was
I
going to
haven't.
start with that, and
I
I'm
have
going to
not.
say. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just going to go. Just say it. Say it directly. I liked it. I wasn't wowed by it, but I thought it was a really good film the first time I saw it. And then when I saw it again for the 5-bagger, I had the same feeling. I liked it. I wasn't wowed by it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like between like the wow movies for me and like the good movies. I don't know if you guys understand that.
It's like a wood
What's
movie.
a wow movie?
Like a wow movie, just like it blew my mind. It was a game changer in the film
No,
industry.
can you give me an example?
A wow movie, like
Title of a wow movie.
Titanic.
no. A wow movie for me would be like Reservoir Dogs,
I've never seen it.
or like I don't know, like something that was just like groundbreaking in terms of filmography. Shrek. Like I don't know, in a thriller case, Usual Suspects. To me, it was a wow movie for me when I first saw it.
Ooh.
Because it was just great screenwriting and great pace, great cinematography, everything, acting, all that stuff. But like this movie was not that type of movie to me. This movie was not but it wasn't a bad movie, and it wasn't just like a movie. You know how there's a lot of movies that you go and you be like, oh, that was good, and then you go home and you forget about it. It wasn't that. It was to me, this movie is like in between the wow movie and the good movies.
Sure.
So I don't know. I don't have a label for it. I just say it like those
Would.
the would be wow movies, I guess. And because it's weird, because I love David Fincher and I like anything that Trent Reznor does. And I don't know if you guys are Nine Inch Nails fans. I am, but I felt like in this movie, I only have like look at this, Brian. I have, like,
Those
3
are some notes.
Like I felt like there was a lot of good things in this movie, but in terms of like,
Can I just say,
here, go ahead, read it.
in a 2.5 hour movie, he has 3 notes, one of which is the title of the movie.
I don't have a ton of notes either. for a movie that's this long,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I barely have 2 pages of notes.
So here's my first thing I wrote: Gone Girl, the title of the movie.
Good start.
And they just had to like punch us in the face with it with like these like timeline captions like 2 days gone, right? Or like what's the other one? 3 days home.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
kind of thing. And I'm like, do we really need this? Like, are we that like
Mm.
stupid?
It was yeah, I
You
know
don't
what you mean.
understand? You know?
Yeah, you see that a lot in like, TV serial things and whatever
Right.
it is.
And
It-
I
it-
get it. It's supposed to be like a
Mm.
murder mystery film noir kind of vibe.
I think it could have been done better. I think you're right.
Exactly. That's
I'd
what
say
I.
that
That's what I was
stuff
getting.
taken
I was
from
like,
the book. Like at
So-
the beginning
I-
of each chapter, it said that
is that what
Sure,
it,
but
what it said?
the-
Okay.
the
See, I never read
It
the
took
book.
that straight directly from the book.
The
Okay.
visual treatment could have been done better.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, Beings is totally right. Like I they could have done something better than that,
Mhm.
you know, instead of just like that. But so okay, my next line I wrote blood type questioning. That was the scene when they interviewed Ben Affleck at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
at
and
the
like the blood
Uh,
type. I was like, why are we talking about blood types? Like the whole scene, like 50% of the scene was like talking about like if blood types matter or not.
when they're in the police.
When they're in the police
station?
thing, and I'm like, this is so confusing. I don't need to know about this. So I was just like, all right, this is weird.
Well, the question is, can you answer that question?
No, I
Do you
can't.
know what your wife's blood type is?
No, I can't. And that's
Which-
what was interesting about it. So that was like it was interesting at the same time. I'm like, is this kind of like a little story within a story kind of thing? Like, are they trying to like fill in time with the script? But
No,
I don't know.
mean she's precious. So the important part of that is at the end of that scene
Yeah.
when he
Yeah.
leaves, and the guy's like, "Should I know what my girlfriend or my
Yeah, I
wife's
got
blood type
that.
is?"
I like that part.
Like she was
Yeah.
just pressing him to just try and get him to slip up.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah, like I
reason
think
for
the
that
whole
question.
point of that is she's pressuring him, and then
To
when he's
slip
gone.
up.
But
it's like,
at,
oh,
at the same time, for me, like we live in Japan where blood type is a big
Yeah,
thing.
you're right.
And if somebody asked me what my wife's blood type is, I don't know if I remember.
It was kind of like,
it's like a big
switch
thing
up.
here, and I'm just like.
and it was
me?
weird that it was part of the questioning too, like for the questioning for the him being a suspect.
Yeah, she's just trying
I
to get
just
him
like-
to slip up. That's it.
I
Yeah.
guess so. It was interesting at the same time, kind of weird. But
Mhm.
like, and then, but yeah, at the end when the detective was like, "Yeah, I don't know
Should
my
I know
wife's.
my
Yeah, should I know my
Yeah.
blood?" Yeah, I was like, okay, that's kind of a little funny.
Mm.
But overall, like, I enjoyed the movie. I really did. It's just there's just some parts where I thought the pacing was off when, like, is she really dead? Is she really dead? And then when they finally cut to her driving in the car, and then realizing, oh, she's not dead, she's alive and going through. I was like, okay, this is where the movie's gonna turn and like change. The tone was gonna change, and then we're gonna be expecting something different. And I get that, but I felt like it was a little too early to have that tone. I felt like they could have condensed the whole her being in the trailer park and her being with Doogie Howser, like much more like truncated. And speaking of Doogie Howser, that is my last line of note. I wrote the Doogie Howser murder scene, and the reason I wrote this is because
Oh, God.
the whole time, love Trent Reznor, love Nine Inch Nails. I wasn't sold with most of the background soundtrack for the movie, except the murder scene. I thought the when Doogie Howser, Neil Patrick Harris got murdered,
MPH.
that's when the music was awesome for me. I don't know if you guys felt that way, but like I felt like that was when the Trent Reznor's songs was like intense for me. But the rest of the movie, I felt like it was a little out of place at points with what Trent Reznor was doing. I don't know. It could be me, but I thought that Trent Reznor is an awesome musician and an awesome composer. But I felt like the only worthwhile music that I liked was when there was the Doogie Howser murder happened, and that was it.
Yeah, it's hard to even call it a song, but
But it was just like
that sound is
sounding.
Like,
it was just like
it's like the movie
sound
or
effects.
the sound is like sounds like it's saying like wow.
Yeah,
joint.
yeah.
It's just like that's a really graphic scene,
It was pretty intense, and they did a great job.
which I will say is not in the book. So I also was like, what?
And this was my second time watching it, so I was like, whoa, this is pretty
I mean,
intense.
that
like,
same thing happens, but it happens differently. So when that happened, I was just like, whoa.
yeah. And then
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I liked the Trenton Reznor soundtrack throughout.
Okay.
I thought.
Yeah, I disagree. I like the music. a lot.
Okay. I'm not saying it's like it was bad or anything. I just felt like there were at points like I felt the pace of the music was just a little. I wish it was different than what the scene transcribed to be. But the best part of that music was during that murder scene, when she killed Doogie Howser. I love him saying Doogie
Mhm.
Howser, but like
Spoilers.
yeah, but like yeah. But I just
Did
thought
you
it was
notice it like kind of follows like a heartbeat?
yes, yeah. That's why it was all
It's so
awesome. It
good.
was so fucking good. I was just like, this is so good, and that's why I wrote that note. I'm like, this is so cool, like that scene. And then the ending, the conclusion of the movie, I was just like, it ends off. I'm not sure if I didn't read the book. I'm not sure if that's the way the book finished, but I
Yeah, the
kind of
movie follows the book very closely.
very closely. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually went to the internet and I checked that like I guess some people like the movie more than the book. I saw that in some reviews and on Rotten
Sure, I can see
Tomatoes,
that.
but like, anyways, I just thought that the movie was really good, but I wouldn't give it a wow movie for me.
Mhm.
And it's not a bad movie. It's just like it was there. Other notes, that girl that Ben
These
Affleck
are
cheated
straight
on.
off the dome, y'all. There's
That
nothing on
girl,
his phone.
The
that
character's
girl,
name is Andy.
the college girl, that man, she was hot. That's for sure. I was like, I don't know who she
Oh,
was.
okay, yeah.
I was like, wow, okay. That
Yeah, the
took me
character's name is Andy. I don't know who
yeah.
she is.
She's a model. I like in real life she's a model. But,
Sure,
like,
I can believe that.
I was like, wow, okay. Like that was one thing that like took me off guard. And the other thing was I didn't believe the trailer park skit part, when she went to that mobile home
hmm
part. I knew like she should have been smart enough to know that that neighbor was gonna scheme something. She should have known better.
Agreed.
And I thought this is I couldn't buy into this script to move on to go escape to Doogie Howser. I just couldn't buy it. I just felt like if she was smart enough to scheme and plan to escape her husband, she should have known better to protect herself from that woman and the
Mhm.
boyfriend. So I don't know. I thought that was a little bit of a hiccup in the script for me, but overall,
Yeah, I think that part is slightly too subtle.
yeah, I just felt like
It's,
it was just
it's a lot clearer in the book
okay,
because like she's planning on killing herself,
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Right?
right.
so she only has enough money to last what she
Which you
expects
expected, right?
to take long enough. What?
But if you're gonna plan to kill yourself, you don't want anyone to get in your way. And I thought she did
Sure.
a bad job.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree. I think
You know,
the whole trailer park part is not great.
yeah,
Or not trailer park, the wherever the cabin, wherever she
Right.
is. That part is
but yeah. So overall, I thought, yeah, David Fincher, great director. Trent Reznor, awesome musician, producer. I just felt like he could have done better with the background music for the music role. Ben Affleck, couldn't care for. Like the storyline, I'm kind of curious, like whether I should read the book or not. But I don't know what to label it. This movie, it's not a wow movie for me, and it's not a bad movie. It's like in between wow and good for me.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Would.
a, a wood movie. So yeah, that's my take on it, guys. So
cool.
talk to you, Breeds.
I'm gonna say the first half of the movie I really liked a lot of it,
Yeah.
most of it. Maybe the one big thing that two big things that I really didn't like about the first half of the movie is one when he sits down there at the party, when Amazing Amy's getting married or something, they're at the party, she's being interviewed, and there's 4 reporters there that ask one question together.
Oh,
It's like,
I
oh
have
my,
that in my notes too.
I fucking hated that so much. It's
what was the most, like, the biggest thing that you hated about that?
That 4 people together asked one question. It was just
4
so
separate strangers probably.
yeah.
Get
That
each other
it's
so
ostensibly
separate.
supposed to
It's
be an
so weird.
interview of the character or the person that the character is based on,
Yeah.
and they're like all together. It's like a fucking a cappella group asking for one question together. I was like, this is ridiculous.
And then when what's his Ben Affleck shows up,
Yeah.
they're way too excited.
Even though he's asking like super raunchy
Raun-
questions.
Yeah. And like they're all like
that
way
whole
too
part
excited.
was really weird. And yeah, so yeah, I didn't like.
Was that in the book? I wonder.
Not like that. But,
Okay.
I mean, that part is in the book. Yeah.
The other thing was when he's at the police station and he says to the cop that they've got a homelessness problem in the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
The neighborhood that he lives in, there's a homeless problem? You gotta
That's
be
in the book.
you gotta be kidding me. These houses are
Dude, these are
$500,000 house lots
sure.
per.
for sure.
There's a homeless problem in this neighborhood? You gotta be kidding me. I thought that was ridiculous.
Yes, agreed. Yes, that is.
But overall, I really liked the first half of the movie. We got to see a Battlefield 3 clip. That was pretty cool.
Oh, right. Is that the game that he was playing?
Yeah.
The Battlefield 3? Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
That was good. And I thought like some of the twists and turns in the first half were pretty cool. I liked it. My big problem is basically when she enters the movie. Like you said, the whole part at the trailer park I thought was iffy. But for me, worse was after she ran to MPH, my boy. Everything after that, to me, just the movie fell apart.
Like when she's at his lake house from there?
Yeah.
Or after?
Well, I mean, so she first meets him at the casino or whatever.
Yeah.
And okay, I can believe a little bit of that. I thought it was kind of corny and kind of like, okay. You had to kind of
this part when the cutscene when she's
no. Well, I mean, okay, sure, that part sure is fine. I thought when she's by that part it's when she's in the car, but like I said, that whole part changing her hair color and blah 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 is kind of whatever. The trailer park was kind of whatever, but basically from the time she runs to MPH, it like completely falls apart.
Because he's like your boy.
He's my boy. Dude, I love dude. One of my favorite movies of all time is Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Nice. It's a good movie.
Literally in my top 3 movies of all time.
Why haven't we done that?
Because I've watched it a million times already. But like so. Okay, later we find out she tells the doctors and reporters and whatever, and like cops, you gotta check the video. If they check the video, they're gonna see everything she did before that. And it's like there's a million cameras. They're gonna see her grab the fucking wine bottle and shove it up her junk, right?
Yeah.
And like all this, it's just like none of it makes any sense. They're gonna see her. I mean, maybe there's no cameras in the bathroom or like the tool shed or whatever, wherever she gets the box knife from. But they're gonna see everything she did. It's just it doesn't make any sense after that. And like that whole situation with him doesn't make any sense. It falls apart on its face. And then
who's him?
MPH.
Okay.
And then when she gets back home with Ben Affleck, and then like he just agrees to everything. I don't understand why. Like you're made to believe that she has him cornered and will expose him for everything he's done wrong, and she'll get off scot-free, so he just has to play along with it all of the time. And it's just, it's impossible. How, why?
Yeah.
She is beloved by the public,
Right.
right? She's America's sweetheart and all that stuff, but like, she's a fucking nutbag.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy to show that, I think. I think the public's opinion could swiftly change. So it just, it doesn't, that whole part after the MPH, by the way, that fucking lake house is fantastic.
I thought, yeah, okay. I was like, why aren't you living there instead of that little city townhouse?
And
you
also,
know?
speaking of that,
Yeah.
there's no way that they would be able to prove that he abducted her, because he had to have been like in New York, for example, doing business deals or doing something during that period of time. He has to have an alibi.
Right.
Like, there's no way her story makes sense. There's no way her story makes sense.
So, like, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Am I wrong? Like, Neil Patrick Harris for like 3 days is, no one knows where he is? You gotta be kidding me. He's a fucking businessman, like, flying around the country and doing all this stuff. There's people that had to have seen him at the time of the abduction.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, when they were at the casino, there were cameras seeing them
Together.
Sure.
Yeah,
You know?
casino for sure. But even at the time of her...
You're saying when she says he abducted her.
From the house, right?
Yeah,
originally. There's no way he doesn't have an alibi, right?
Yeah.
All they would have to do is check. And so, like, the fact that she's America's sweetheart and everybody's just going to be blind to reason from that point on because she made it back and, you know, is insane.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like, well,
the book addresses some of this stuff a bit better. But
So basically,
the movie doesn't do a good job.
So basically, for you, like the time when they, like, her and NPH like meet up, that's when you were like your enthusiasm just kind of went down.
Yeah, I mean, I still wanted to know what was going to happen, and my enthusiasm was still there.
Yeah.
But this movie is logical. Basement fell out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just like, okay, no, none of this makes any. There's so many plot holes from this point on that it's just like, oh, I'm watching the movie, I'm still enjoying the movie, but it's just like none. You could just poke so many holes into everything that's happening right now. It's kind of like, okay, whatever.
Right. I wonder if that's like what the director wanted us, the audience, to feel like. Like, okay, let's just fast forward.
Before that, all of the twists and turns made sense and or were welcome. Yeah. It was like, okay, this twist, this turn, this is cool, this is interesting. But then it was like, just none of them. I was just like, but wait, why? There's no way anybody would not know he was gone during this period of time. It just didn't make sense for his character to be.
Would you have liked to have Doogie Howser have more character development, like more backstory? Like, would you like to have the audience see more of his backstory?
No, it wasn't even that. It was just like the logic of it didn't fit.
How about for you, Mike?
The Neil Patrick Harris character?
Yeah.
No, I think he's developed enough for what.
Yeah.
I feel like he serves the purpose that he's there for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like I don't need to know that much more.
Okay.
Really. And even in the book, there's not a ton. I mean, in the book, his mom plays more. Like, well, she's not even in the movie, so his mom plays a role in because she sees through Amy's bullshit.
Okay.
So she doesn't want him around her, and like she after he gets killed, she spends a long time trying to say like, "There's no way,
right?
Like my son did any of this. Like that lady's crazy. Like yeah, she sees through her.
Let's get her.
Why wasn't she in the movie then? Man, that'll be I don't know.
I think this is another thing that's I think maybe too subtle in the movie is that Nick doesn't want her to get away with it.
Mm.
Is why he stays, because he's trying to get her caught.
Mm.
It's original, like partially why he stays.
Mm.
Yeah, but like, how is he gonna do that? Like the very last scene, he's sitting on the couch with her, holding her hand, and it just seems like he's like, oh well, here we go, this is it.
And this is the rest of my life.
Yes, the book ends that same way. Like the book ends with like, wow, he's just gonna live the rest of his life with that psycho. Wow. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, the book ends in a really weird way like that too.
That
Sort
is
of like,
weird, man.
That's not where I would have gone with it, but okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, my time is done. I concede to you, sir.
Mm.
Cool.
I can see to you.
Yeah, I liked the movie. I think we all kind of feel the same way.
Mm.
Like it was good, but yeah, the ending is yeah, not even like disappointing. It's just like,
And that's how it is these days.
it's like unsatisfying. Like I don't know. There's no. I don't feel like there's any closure. I guess at the end.
Yeah, no, for
characters.
sure.
But the end is also fucking brutal.
Yes,
Like what it
was.
says about marriage and relationships
Oh, that's all true.
that do not agree with what it's saying.
But is
But,
it supposed
yeah,
to be?
I wrote-
Is it supposed to be like showcasing the like quote unquote modern marriage? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that what it's trying to do? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I know it's not saying good things about marriage for sure. I can't. Where's the? Yeah, so this is like the last thing that Nick says on that couch, and it's so fucking cynical. He says, "We've been through the darkness. We've come out united.
Hmm.
We communicate. We're honest with each other. We're partners in crime."
Yeah, partners in crime.
Like that's so fucking cynical and like just wow. Because it's all true. They do communicate. They are honest with each other. They fucking hate each other.
Partners in crime.
And then the partners in crime is like the last thing that's.
But that's why I'm saying, like, is this supposed to be what marriage is supposed to be like nowadays? Like, I don't know.
We're all
Well, yeah, and like the movie opens with her looking up into the camera, and it kind of ends that's basically
the same thing. Right?
And yeah, and he says like something about something about marriage, like what do we do to each other, or how do we ruin each other? Like, I don't remember what it is, but it's rough. It's like, I guess you're not a fan of marriage.
But that's the tone I got out of this movie as well.
I mean, that's the tone you're supposed to get.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I have 3 things I want to say real quick.
Go.
1, her southern accent was terrible.
It's awful. Yeah. It's so bad.
She's like British,
I
isn't
think
she?
it's supposed
She's
to be
originally British, yeah.
Yeah.
But the second one, but she's supposed to be from like New York, and then she's doing a southern accent.
Yeah, she's trying
so
to pretend
bad.
to be from New Orleans. Yeah.
Also, hey, when she's free and she goes shopping, she buys Little Debbie fucking oatmeal cream pies. I love them shits.
I haven't had those in a long time.
So good.
I haven't had those since like elementary school, man.
And the other last thing is my favorite line from the movie. Oh, okay, I got 2 more.
Yeah.
They should have called this movie Chasing Amy.
There's another.
It's a joke.
Yes.
My favorite line from the movie is when she says, "Invite pregnant idiot into your home." I cracked up at that one. It was good.
Oh, really? Most of the lines that his twin sister says fucking crack me
So
up.
good. We forgot to mention
yes,
about her.
Sure.
She was so important.
Like, she's my favorite part of the
I
whole
did not like how he called her Go. That
Yeah, me neither.
drove me a little nuts. But
Was
yeah.
that her nickname for her?
Yeah,
Oh.
her name's Margot. But he called her Go all the time. It was just, nothing.
When he's talking about like the different places that they would fuck.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And she says something like, "Get a hotel," and he's like, "Well, no, I can't put it on my credit card. Andy would see."
Uh-huh.
And then he says, Andy can't put it on her because it goes to her parents, and
Yeah.
she just goes, "Ew." So good.
Yes.
That it is pretty you.
And then at the end, when he talks about how she's pregnant with his kid,
Yeah.
and he's like, she says, "I can't spend the next 18 years watching you play house with that thing."
Mhm.
That's like, yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, she's my favorite character in this movie.
She was good.
She has all of the best lines. It's
I just want to interject. I also love the lawyer. What's his name? I forgot the character.
Oh.
Big Mama.
Big.
Who?
No, the lawyer. The
Yeah, his name was like Tanner Bolt.
Tanner or something. Yeah.
Is
I like this
that's
character. I
that's
like that
Big
character.
Mama, right?
Hey, what are you talking
No.
about?
Do you know Big Mama's House or whatever? Like that whole series of movie.
What? No, I have no
I
idea
have
what
no
you're
idea what you're
what?
talking about, man.
What?
I have no idea what you're talking
It's like
about.
it's a multi-million-dollar movie series franchise, Big Mama's House or
Big
something like
Mama's
that.
house?
Yeah, for sure.
No.
You're talking about the.
I'm not doubting you. I have no idea.
You're talking about the black lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he-
He dresses up like a grandmother, or mother, grandmother, whatever. Like there's dozens of movies in this series. You guys do not know, and I'm shocked.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You gotta be
man.
kidding me! Big Mama's
no
House.
idea what you're talking about, my man.
No, I have no idea.
Big Mama's
Anyways,
House.
he's really good. I liked him.
Yeah,
he's good.
very enjoyable.
Big Mama's House. Right
Okay.
here.
That looks like
Tyler Perry, right?
I don't know his
That's
name.
Martin Lawrence.
Oh wait, that's not. Wait,
no.
no.
that's
What's his
Martin.
name? Tyler Perry. What's his? Oh, it's very similar.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the dude.
Yeah. Look, he's forward listed highest paid man in entertainment, 130 million. Medea. Sorry, not Big Mama's House. Medea.
Oh, yes, I've heard of those. I've never seen one. Clearly,
I've never seen one.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Medea character.
Okay.
That's him.
Okay.
I've heard
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh,
Medea.
know that.
Yeah.
Did not
That's
know
him.
that. He's
How
really
many-
he's
I
a
mean, there's
really
a
he's
ton
a
of
really
those
good actor, and I thought he had a great role.
Medea's family reunion. Medea goes to jail.
Yeah, I didn't.
Medea's
know.
big happy family.
Anyways,
not
I,
Big Mama's
I
House,
just
sorry.
forgot to say I wanted to mention him because I loved his character and I love what he
Yeah,
did.
he's good.
He was very good.
When the question I wanted to ask you guys, when did you know something was up? That she was not dead.
Oh, when the cops came, at the beginning, when the cops came, and then the cops were saying that like this is all fake. When the coffee table was turned upside down, the glass coffee table was turned upside down, broke.
They said
And
that
the
much
pictures-
later.
Yeah, they talked about that. Yeah, it's much later into the movie.
But at that point, that was the point where I was
The,
like,
the
all right.
very first time the cops come in, they don't talk about that, but you knew
Right.
then.
But I kind of knew
But you
something
thought-
was something was up. Yeah.
I'm curious because I read the book, so I knew from the beginning.
Okay.
That something was. So I'm
I-
just curious. When did you guys know?
I don't remember when I knew. When they came and, when he saw the scene in the living room, I thought it was suspicious,
It's very
Sure.
suspicious.
but I didn't know at that time. When did I
Yeah.
know? I don't remember when I knew.
Like when he first came in and to see the scene, I wasn't sure. Of course, I didn't know if she planned it or like someone abducted her. But I just kind of felt
I
like
never thought anybody abducted her.
I kind of felt like if she wasn't kidnapped, I kind of felt like it was planned. It was a planned kidnap or
Mhm.
it was staged. Yeah.
Yeah,
don't know.
I think probably the time I absolutely knew was, I guess it was Clue 2 or something. Clue 3, whatever one he goes to his dad's house.
Oh right.
I think at
Okay.
that point I knew that this was staged for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, just curious because it's it's a pretty surprising twist in the book. Like you don't really see it coming at all
Mm-hmm.
because it comes about halfway through the book. And you're like, wow, oh, okay, interesting. So I'm curious. I was gonna ask about the music, Mel.
Yeah.
The part of the music that you didn't like was that the diary made up scenes.
Yes, those
Yeah, I figured,
scenes.
because it's
And
such a
like
weird,
it's
like
just so
soap
weird
opera
vibe.
type.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And it just didn't really. I just felt like there could have been better music. I don't know. I get it.
I liked it because it offset like I think it's trying to clue you into that this is bullshit.
Okay.
What you're watching.
Okay.
Like at first, the first time I watched the movie, I was like, this is. Yeah, I felt like you. I didn't like it.
So
but by the end, I was like, oh, okay.
Like Trent Reznor is great with build up in his music, and build up in his music is perfect with tension, or any scenes that have tension in it, or that feels stressful. But there was so much in this movie. There were so many scenes that the tension is so slow paced, and it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
But Trent Reznor's music is kind of not that. They're not like Tool songs or Shigeru songs that are like 10 minutes long, where he has the need to build up tension. Like Trent Reznor is just very good at building atmosphere, and then when he builds the atmosphere from his songs, he puts a lot of tension inside that atmosphere, and it just felt like a lot of the scenes in this movie really did not need any much buildup of atmosphere. It just needed like music to just drive the movie along, drive the story along. So I thought the best.
I think the pacing of the movie is weird.
Yes. So that's why I thought like the best scenes were the high action scenes, like for example the NPH murder scene. That was when his music shined, because it was just like, holy crap, like this lady is going to kill this creepy guy, and we're gonna see it like live. Like that was pretty intense. Yeah.
I think the music in the scenes mostly the scenes with Amy are supposed to be these dreamy, like fairy tale fantasy type stuff that
right.
I don't think he does as well as stuff that builds up tension, like you were saying. So, yeah. But I liked that change in tone for the stuff that isn't real and the stuff that was. But, all right. The last couple things I was going to say, and this comes up every day I watch the movie. Some form of what the hell is up with that cat?
What?
His weird orange cat.
Yeah.
Like, at first I thought it was a CG fake cat, because first of all, who says stay to a cat? That's super fucking weird. When the cops are there and he shuts the door, he's like, stay. Who says stay to a cat?
That's true. You don't
so
ever.
Weird. And like,
have you ever said "say" to a cat?
I say lots of shit to my cat.
Yeah, but do you
most of it's like you're a butthole.
Is gonna happen.
Where's that?
And then when
Downstairs.
he's at the top of the stairs talking to his sister about like, are you asking me if I murdered my wife? And she walks out and she like slams the cat in the back of the head, like trying to pet it. It seems like, and the cat doesn't seem to care at all. Like that's the most chill ass cat I've ever seen.
I don't know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a pretty weird cat, for sure. For sure. And like cats, when they go outside, they don't just like go outside just at the front lawn and wait there. They're hunting. They're like going around the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's just hanging out like on the steps or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
just chilling out.
Well-trained cat.
It's a weird cat. I was also gonna say that in my notes, I forgot about this. They make her way somehow less crazy than she is in the book.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to say, one of the other reasons he stays is that before she staged her abduction, she poisoned herself with antifreeze.
What?
And like went to the hospital for it, and she saves some of her puke and froze it.
What?
So that she can frame him, because she talks, and this part is left out of the diaries, but it's in the diaries that she talks about how she thinks that her husband is poisoning her, but she's actually poisoning herself, and then saves some of her vomit to frame him later if she needs to.
That's insane.
She also spends
They're smart.
multiple years pretending that she's afraid of blood, so that when she cuts herself, no one would believe it. Oh, also, yeah, in the book, she doesn't cut her. She doesn't use a syringe thing. She cuts herself with a box cutter.
Box cutter.
Yeah, which is really.
I guess my last question to you, Mike, is which medium did you prefer? Did you like the film better than the book, or did you like the book better?
I don't know. I liked them both.
Yeah.
But I also didn't like the end of either. They end the same way, basically. I didn't like the ending of either one. I think I liked the book, but only slightly more.
Okay.
Like I liked this movie. I thought it was pretty good. There's tons of holes in it, obviously. Like I'm about to talk about a couple of them right now.
Okay.
But I think I preferred the book, but only slightly. I didn't think it was an amazing book. It's good, but it's not. It's not a book that I'd say, oh man, you got to read this. It's great. I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
But yeah, so
when MPH gets it.
a couple of holes, or not holes, but like questions I have. I mean, I like Neil Patrick Harris. I think he's a good actor.
My boy.
I think it's a little weird to pick him and then show a picture of him that's supposed to be in high school, and then now, and no one recognizes him. He looks almost exactly the same. Like her parents don't recognize him. Nick doesn't. Like no one recognizes him when he's in the like volunteer area. He looks the same.
Yeah, man.
He hasn't aged
wait.
decades.
To be fair, he is wearing sunglasses.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
But
Sunglasses make anybody look like a completely different person.
Sure.
Have you ever worn sunglasses?
I have.
Has anybody ever recognized you while you were wearing sunglasses?
Yeah, they just look at me and they're like, okay, oh, you got a
point proven.
You got a faux mustache and
so yeah. I just thought he was a
thing.
slightly strange pick for that character, only because like he hasn't aged in decades, basically.
Yeah.
And for no one to recognize him is a little weird.
He's aged well for sure, Neil Patrick Harris.
He's a fucking handsome man.
Which then I can actually just skip down to one of my last notes on the last day. It was just something that I thought of. I was like, you think that's a stunt butt of Neil Patrick Harris? When she puts her hand down.
Oh, right.
You think that's his actual butt, or you think that's a stunt butt?
I don't know.
Oh, by the way, we did see both.
There's a lot of butts in this movie.
Both MPH's and Ben Affleck's dongers.
Yeah.
We did.
We did. We saw both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to point that out.
Okay.
Anybody playing along at home? Go ahead and freeze frame those.
It's pretty even on the male to female.
Male to female. I just saw both. I mean, gender-wise, I thought I saw equally a lot of butts from both genders.
Yep. All right.
Butts.
Another question I have for you guys is: fire doesn't erase blood. Is that real? Is that a true thing?
That is not something I've ever come across. I was curious.
She takes out the Punch and Judy handle thing. She's like, she says, "Fire doesn't erase blood." Nick, I was like, "It doesn't."
It doesn't.
I mean, what kind of fire are we talking about? Yeah, I don't know.
No, maybe it does. I don't know.
I forgot about that, but yeah, you're totally right.
it seemed a little odd to me. Like, I think blood. I think it burns and goes away.
Right.
No.
I would assume.
Yeah.
This is I just thought about this question right now, but so she's Amazing Amy, right? And
Yeah.
a lot of people in the country know her. And especially even the town of Missouri, it seems like most of the town of Missouri knew who she was, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Why not-
Missouri's a state, but
Sorry.
Gotcha.
Well, the town in Missouri
Gotcha.
were there. But
North
so
Carthage.
and Nick is this journalist dude that moved from that town in Missouri to New York, had no idea who she was in the first place. I find that
I can see it. Imagine like, Peppa Pig, right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like, what if Peppa Pig was based on a real pig? You don't know. I mean, you may be familiar with Peppa Pig, but you don't know.
I mean,
the
I've
pig
known
that-
Peppa Pig through my friends
Sure.
with kids.
Same
that
with
talk about
Amazing
Peppa Pig.
Amy.
Yeah.
You may know Amazing Amy, but you don't know that it's based on a real
Based on a
person.
real person
Necessarily.
Right. Okay, I guess. Okay. Well, that answers my question, I guess.
Boom.
All right, next question. Why is the two computers in that trailer park place where she's living? Why are they so old? It's supposed to be like 2012.
Computers?
Oh, right.
She searches.
Oh,
herself
yeah.
on the computer.
That was a library, man.
Yeah.
That was a library.
Yeah.
They could have been.
I'm with Mel on this one.
It was a library, man, and it could have been like secondhand, third hand.
I just got a message that we're live on YouTube.
Yes, but it's 2012.
It's only been
Those
like an
monitors
hour.
are gigantic.
Man,
They could have been
it's
Dell.
Have
I
you
don't
been
know.
to rural Missouri?
No,
Wait.
I have not.
We don't even know if she was in Missouri still. She's probably in Arkansas.
Yeah, that's true. I don't remember where she went.
She just said she was like, "I'm from Louisiana."
I'm from Louisiana.
That's right. That's exactly what.
How y'all doing?
All right, and my last thing, or like in that plot hole type thing,
Yeah.
is when Nick meets the lawyer.
In New York?
And the lawyer's like, "Oh man, your wife is crazy. Your relationship's fucked up."
Yeah.
They're in the lobby of like some building. So did he explain all of that in the lobby?
Yeah, it was not a...
Like,
Yeah.
that's super
not official.
weird.
That is. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's very bad form.
He flew all the way to New York. He jumped into the thing, and he just happened to catch him.
Yeah, it was totally bad form. That's true. That's true. You would never talk about that in public.
No.
Yeah, that's
All right.
a question.
But yeah, that's about it. I thought it was okay.
Cool.
I guess I'm with you. Somewhat not wow, definitely. It was good.
It's
It's
a
all
wood movie.
Is
It's
that
a
what?
wood, yeah, sure.
Is
It's a
this a
wood
five
movie.
bagger term?
It's a
wood
woody.
movie? A woody?
No,
Is
this is
a
the
woody?
first time I've heard this.
It's a woody.
Is it a woody? Should we just make it a term? A woody?
It's turn.
Okay, woody.
So, anybody else? Last comments,
Uh,
or are we going to ranking?
I'm
I have not
I'm
thought
ready
of.
to
I have
go
not thought of a
out.
drink yet.
I have not thought of a drink either, but I'm ready for ranking though.
Well,
No.
someone's not.
Let's see here. This is the official ranking right here.
Yep.
Yep.
1 to 19.
Let's see here.
All right, I've got my ranking.
Really?
Yep.
Uh,
Now I just need to think about drink. Think of my drink. We didn't touch on it, but I do like the name of the bar for the name of a bar.
Oh, well, there's in New Haven, Connecticut. There is a place called the Bar.
Really?
Yeah, they have good
We had
pizza too.
at our college town, we had the Tav,
Okay,
which was where we always went.
I wonder if I don't know, but you know,
Like I said, my just now.
Oh.
I do like the name of the bar for the name of a
the
bar.
bar. Yeah,
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah. I think the name of the bar is good.
it's pretty
For
good.
The bar is a good name.
We're going to the bar tonight.
Did you, Mel?
Yeah.
Did you notice that the cop is Joni from Deadwood?
No, I didn't notice. No.
Yeah, she's the brothel,
Oh no shit.
the gem. Yeah, she's the blonde.
Oh right.
Not the
I mean,
one
she's older
from-
now.
Not the one from the what's his name, Ian McShane.
Yeah, yeah.
The new bar.
Okay.
She's the brothel leader
Oh,
lady.
shit. Okay.
Same actress.
I'll be honest, guys. Well, Mike, I stopped doing Deadwood and I stopped doing Picard because right now, got 2 shows on my list right now that I'm doing. I'm doing the Wu-Tang, an American Saga, which is so fucking good, and then I'm doing Narcos Mexico, season 2.
I know you're big into Narcos.
I'm very big into Narcos, and but yeah, the Wu-Tang Saga, an American Saga.
What is that? I mean,
I've never heard of it.
Just type it in, Wu-Tang and American Saga TV.
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, it's the beginning of Wu-Tang, but it's actually pre Wu-Tang. It's Bobby Digital, aka the RZA.
The D, the
Yeah.
G,
So wait, is it current?
No. It's
Pre-
the pre Wu-Tang, like back in the
Oh, okay.
back in the late '80s. You know, like they were still
the
like ODB and you know Raekwon. They're still pushing drugs out in Staten Island, and so it's
Shaolin.
Shaolin, and but it's really good. It's really good acting. Yeah, RZA produced it.
Sure,
And,
of course he did.
So you can know it's authentic for sure. But it's really good. I like it a lot.
Liquid Swords.
Liquid Swords, man. Bobby Digital.
Did I ever tell you my old rap name was the Deck Inspector?
What? Why you gotta cop Inspector Decks?
I don't know what you're talking about. I came up with
Get
that
outta
when
here.
we were fucking high as shit. And we were standing underneath a deck.
The Deck Inspector.
We went outside and we were smoking cigarettes under a deck.
Yeah.
I was like, if I was in the Wu-Tang, my name would be the Deck Inspector.
You're bugging, dude.
What was your basketball name?
What was your basketball name?
What was my basketball name?
Oh God, it
We have
was,
to echo that twice.
I don't know. Did I have a basketball name?
yeah, the Booze Hounds. We all gave each other stupid
Yeah,
nicknames.
we played intramural basketball. It's so bad. We would get so high and drunk before all of our games. And like one time we were playing and I was like, time out, I gotta go. And sub out and I went into the fucking hall and I fucking puked into a garbage can.
That is gross.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that was fun.
It was like, and like anytime anybody would miss a shot, we would yell "break" for our own team. It was so much fun. We were so bad though.
Oh my gosh, it sounds awful.
But like everybody loved to play against us because
because you were fucking.
we were terrible and we just did not care and we were just having the time of our lives. And like there were
Yeah, like there's by the end there was one ref that would start like he would just call fouls on the other team that clearly were not fouls to give us the ball more often.
It was so fun. And like we played like there was those I think they were twins, right? They were like actually like almost Division 1 fucking basketball players on one of the teams. Like they had been like I can't remember, they had transferred from somewhere. I forget. Anyway, there were some pretty decent players in the intramural league, but yeah, we were not.
And then there was us.
Yeah.
Well,
But
hence the booze hounds.
It was
Booze Hounds,
a
yeah.
lot of fun.
Okay,
so I've got my ranking. You got your ranking.
I got my ranking. Yeah.
I don't have a drink yet.
Yeah, I think I do.
No.
Yeah.
All right, I got my drink.
Oh, drink crap. I'll have to think about that. I have my ranking. I don't have a drink.
I have a drink, but it's kind of stupid because. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Is it a lemon sour?
No,
No, that's fine.
it's kind of stupid. But anyways.
Let's do. Are we do drinks first?
I don't think we have a specific order. We do
Perfect.
whichever.
I'll go first.
Oh shit!
Because we'll just go from the top, right?
You go a drink?
Yeah, I'll do the drink first.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, my drink is just gonna be a straight up. Yeah, straight up Johnny Walker straight. Because we're in the South, right? This movie's in the South. Most of it, right? And
I don't know. Is
Most of
Missouri the South?
Yeah.
yeah, it is. It is. And
Missouri.
Missouri.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, and then I noticed that Nick and his twin sister were drinking bourbon. Weren't they drinking bourbon?
Yeah, they drink bourbon.
Yeah. So yeah, I see this as a Johnny Walker. It's not like the high class type of whiskey. It's not a high class bourbon, but it's not a cheap bourbon. It's a Johnny Walker bourbon. That's how I see it. And it's straight up. Yeah. That's my drink. Yeah.
Good. My drink is a Seagram's Cooler. Because that's what I imagine Amy would drink.
Well, you're focusing on Amy now.
Oh, so one of my big questions about this movie, I don't know if it's the same in the book or not, but like the whole time, I didn't know if the movie's main character was Nick or Amy. What do you guys
Isn't
think?
both?
No. If you had to choose one, who is the main character of this movie?
Nick.
Is it Nick or is it Amy?
Nick, because the first scene is Nick, in overdubs, like
Right.
just talking about Amy.
Well, yeah, sure. And then
The first chapter is written from Nick's perspective.
And the
Yeah.
closing is Nick's.
But there's a reason it's that way.
Oh, okay.
So in the book, it alternates Nick, Amy, Nick, Amy, Nick. Like
Oh, okay.
it alternates back and forth.
And then
So
it
I guess
also
that's
has
why the book is really hard to see the twist coming, because it starts with Nick present day and then goes to Amy's first made up diary entry,
okay.
and keeps alternating back and forth between current day Nick and Amy's fake diary
Okay.
until you hit the middle of the book when you hit Amy present day and she's still alive. And it continues to alternate back and forth between the two. So it's a good point to bring up. Yeah.
So, Mike, would you say that this was a really good adapted screenplay for film?
Sure. I mean, she wrote the screenplay. It's the same.
The same.
The woman who wrote
Amy?
the book. What?
Huh?
Amy?
No, the author.
No, the woman that wrote the book also wrote the screenplay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, the stuff that she took out or changed or whatever,
Yeah.
she did it herself. Like,
Right.
she's the one who wrote it. So,
Okay. Okay.
but yeah,
That's actually pretty cool that the writer.
I would say Nick, I think, is maybe the main character, but I don't know.
That's what I came away with as well.
It's hard to
That's
say.
how it came out with.
Because I think if you watch it from the perspective of Nick being the main character and you watch it from the perspective of Amy being the main character, I think you have different feelings.
I mean, because of the first half of the movie, Nick also has way more screen time.
Sure, but even if you watch that from her point of view, like her being the main character, you doubt him much, much more. Right?
Yeah. I mean, and you do when you read the book. Like, the opening lines of this movie totally make you think that he killed his wife.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I remember my wife's skull. I just want to open it up and see what's inside. Like,
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
That's the first lines of the movie, right?
It's the first time
Yeah,
of the movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
So,
first part of the book. Too. It's like one of the first or second paragraphs of the book.
But if you watch it from if you see that and then you think that the movie is based on him, your perspective is he didn't kill her. I think this is what I believe. Even if you hear those lines, if you think that this is his movie. He's the main character of this movie. You
I
think,
guess, yeah, you think, yeah, there's no way the main character did that.
right? It's not like an American Psycho situation, but you know,
Interesting you bring that up. I thought about that movie
yeah.
and this movie, or book and movie together. Like,
So
they're
I
similar.
thought about this a lot during the movie, and I think, you know, I imagine if you think he is the main character, then at those points, you try and excuse everything and try and, you know, in your mind, and this is true of real life, but you try and make excuses, you try and explain why he didn't do it, right, throughout the
Yep.
movie. If you think she's the main character, you try and explain why he did it throughout the movie. I think if you think it's her movie, then I think that the twists and stuff, I think, might be even more impactful. I thought it was his movie from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I was always
That's-
looking
yeah.
for how, you know, how he would be vindicated, I think.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting. I didn't watch it more than once, but if I did, I would probably start the next watch with the idea that it's her movie.
To piggyback off Biggs, the reason why I think it's Nick is that a lot of the supporting cast are mostly supporting Nick more than what's her name? Amy?
Amy.
Yeah. So like Amy, well, who does she have? Like her parents, that's it, right?
Yeah, but who
And-
does he have? His
She has
sister.
a sister, and then like
His sister and his
but
lawyer.
and then but even
And in the book, the cop is more the Booney. She is more on his side.
yeah,
for most
exactly.
of the
Like the cops are like really with him, and then
Not
even
the male cop is not.
but even the parents were kind of more, you know,
Oh, sure, they were
near-
on his
his
yeah.
side, you know,
Well, so the dad seems to be pretty solidly on his side. The mom is.
just kind of
Nah.
like iffy. Okay,
I don't think she's iffy. She doesn't seem to like him
yeah.
throughout the movie.
But it just seems like Amy's character like it was very isolated compared to Nick, who had a lot of supporting cast members like around him.
Yeah, and I mean it's described by they moved back to his hometown and
Right.
stuff like that.
But still,
Mhm.
like
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So we got our drinks. We got our drinks. All our drinks.
Yeah,
No, I
I
didn't
think
say
so.
mine,
No.
but
Yeah, I didn't.
mine's-
I thought we were.
I
Missing.
was just gonna say whiskey. I wasn't gonna say a specific brand or anything. Just whiskey.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
whiskey.
yeah. No.
They seem to drink it all the time.
Unless,
can I
unless
just-
they sponsor the show, Mel. No. Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Wiki.
Wiki. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get that sponsor. Come on. Call me up,
Back
Johnny Walker.
past episodes, we would put like
It's a
break.
joke.
I know, but still.
Do you think we'll ever get a cent from this fucking thing?
All
Yeah,
right.
Mel. Last time Brian said his drink was Guinness, and I said mine was Chimay. By the way, time before Brian said Amstel Light.
It's so,
That's right. That's right.
that's a good
Oh,
pull.
that's good.
All right, we're gonna switch over. We're gonna transition.
Transition now.
On the screen, we will see very, very small the top movies of all time.
The prestigious list of the greatest movies ever.
This is number 20, excluding one. It's gonna be very small for anybody, so you got to full screen that shit if you want to see. But the Karate Kid, Nosferatu, The Usual Suspects, In Bruges, The Princess Bride, Raging Bull, Sleeper, RoboCop, Miller's Crossing, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Brazil, Maltese Falcon, Kimi no Na wa, Friday Night Lights, A Shot in the Dark, Sheldon Soccer, Under Siege, The Producers, and Where Dreams Go to Die. Those are our top 19.
You got almost a Wookiee in there in Bruges.
So, Gone Girl, where does it rank in the top 20?
I
It's
know.
going to be 20.
Can I go?
I've got a number. You want to go first? Go for it.
I'm gonna go number 10.
Oh, snap.
Go, Brian.
I was going to say number 11.
Wow, very good.
Yeah.
Wow. I was going to say number 9.
Oh,
Snakies.
We got a little median going.
Which,
For
by
me-
the way, these are all my movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me, I don't care because I didn't pick any of these movies.
So 9, 10, or 11.
This is all
guys.
in my fucking giant chunk of middle of the
Like,
road.
you just
Hold on, Mike. Did you pick Raging Bull?
that was you.
Yes, Brazil
no, this is
from
Mike.
11 to 6 are all.
Yeah,
my
I was gonna say.
It's almost
Yeah,
all of the movies
Raging
I
Bull,
picked before
Sleeper,
Mike.
RoboCop, Miller's Crossing, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Brazil. It's all Mike.
All of my movies are dead in the center, except that one movie that somehow I don't see it here.
And it's so funny. I don't know why that's so
yeah.
funny,
There
but
is
it's
that.
like
There is
really-
that other one that doesn't seem to be on this list.
It's not on this list.
Well, Maltese Falcon was you, Brian.
Yeah, Maltese Falcon was me. That was the second movie we watched.
Okay.
Yeah, we watched Miller's Crossing and then Maltese Falcon.
Yeah. Well,
That was
let's-
before your time.
Well, so okay, 9, 10. Let's just do a 10. Let's make it 10 then.
Yeah, I don't feel super strong about it being better. I like Miller's
What do you
Crossing
think?
about the same. Like it does. It
If
for
we
sure
have
doesn't
9,
grow-
10, 11, might as well just make it 10.
It's definitely above 11 for me. Or, I mean,
It's
at
definitely
least
above
11.
Brazil for me. It's,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
These
Yeah,
two movies are pretty long.
I'm
I
very.
watched them both 5 times. It's definitely better than Brazil.
Is it better than Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Who wants to give a point or counterpoint? Can't give counterpoint.
Yeah.
Well, so what does that mean?
Does anybody want to give a point for why it's above Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
What do you mean? So wait,
I'm gonna say here's the one thing I'll throw out. I would definitely watch Invasion of the Body Snatchers again before
more
Gone
than-
Girl.
Oh.
hold on.
That's it. Well, a lot of that maybe has to do with the length of the movie.
Let me check my notes
Actually,
real quick.
I would
just wanna
probably
see-
watch Gone Girl again just to kind of figure out the
Yeah,
story.
watching it as a, let's say it's an Amy movie. Like that idea to me is interesting.
You were the one that brought it up too.
I did
so,
bring it up.
so that intrigued me to watch it again as a strictly from the point of Amy, like focus on her side. Yeah. Huh. That's why. Yeah.
Okay.
10. Yeah.
All right, I wanted to check. I did not get tired of watching the Invasion of the Body Snatchers after
Yeah.
5 times.
Yeah.
But I also didn't get tired of watching this movie 5 times.
How about Miller's Crossing?
Miller's Crossing, I was done.
Yeah.
I was done with
Yeah.
by I think 3 or 4. Like, okay.
I wouldn't mind if we put it up to above Miller's Crossing. Put it
9.
number 9. Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
I mean, that's where I put it, but I could see it at 10.
All right, let's do
9
it.
or
9.
10. Okay, let's do it 9 then. Yeah, let's do it.
Boom. There it is. Our new number 9 movie of all time.
Gone Girl.
Gone Girl, get out of here.
Yeah, it cannot
Get-
go above RoboCop
Get.
for sure.
No way.
No way.
No, for sure not.
So I continue my death grip on the middle of our list.
No.
So what's
I'm not like I think that's all the movies I've picked except for one.
Yeah.
It's just every movie is in the middle of the list. And you guys are fighting it out.
You're not seeing us pointing, Mike, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Mel's real hit or miss. Oh, me too.
You too.
I got the bottom 2
You got the
and I
bottom-
got the top 2.
and I got the next 3 or 4, and then the bottom 3 or 4. So
Well, do you have the bottom two?
Yes,
he does.
technically.
he does.
We've only watched 20 movies that have been categorized.
That's weird because I feel like I spent a torturous week,
Uh-huh.
where I think on day 2 I was done.
My problem with that movie is I did not want to watch it before I even started. And as
This
soon
one?
as I as soon as I
Neither
started,
did I.
as soon as I started, I was like, "Oh God, this is just the worst thing ever." Oh, it was just from start, man. It was so bad for me.
It's a
Agreed.
cult classic.
I know, and like, yeah, I know.
We talked about it.
I
Earlier,
felt
so-
like I had to watch it. I don't know why I had to watch it 5 times, but I felt like I had to watch it.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
I knew there was 0 chance of me watching it in the theater. That
Yeah.
was never going to happen.
Oh man.
All right, are we ready?
Is this so?
Yeah.
Next
My-
in agenda.
so
is,
my
is-
movie-
Can we have to get? Can we guess or no?
Yeah. So quick, I had to make a change at the last minute. We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So, but I did make a new selection. So if you guys, and it is basically, the biggest hint is it's kind of in the same vein of what I was thinking about before, as far as time frame goes. It's a era that we have not watched yet.
Okay.
Did we mention it when we were talking before?
That particular movie, no, we did
Okay.
not. Sure.
Okay.
No.
Anything
and
else?
If you look at this list, we have the 1800s, 1900s, 1910s, 1930s, and 2020s have not been selected yet. So it's from one of those. That's the hint.
It's not going to be 2020s. That's
I'm gonna go with the 30s.
It's
I'd be shocked.
1917.
what it was.
Let me.
So it's got to be 30s or 10s.
I mean, you gotta give me another. We gotta give us another hint.
Well, hold on. Let's try and think. I can't even
Okay.
think of a movie from the 30s.
But are you gonna say it's a long movie though? Basically, you're saying it's a long.
No.
No, he's not saying
I,
long. He's
I had
saying
to scrap that.
Oh,
he's,
okay.
Because
he's
the-
filling in the blanks.
The long movies that I was going to watch have been taken off of the table, unfortunately.
Okay.
So this is actually a movie that's, I think, an hour and a half-ish.
Problem is, I don't know the names of any movies.
I just googled 19.
That is a big problem.
Movies.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to use the internet's help real quick.
I'm doing the
just so I
internet
have
right
some
now.
names to even throw out.
Is it an American movie?
96 minutes.
Nice.
Yes, American movie.
Okay.
Like the movie I was going to pick was like 3.5 hours. So we've cut that back a bit.
Just a moment.
Okay. Boy, I've actually seen quite a few of these. Kind of surprised at how many of these.
I will tell you, it's not a silent movie.
Yeah, I'm looking at movies from the 1930s because I think it's from the 30s. Is it from 1930s?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at too.
All right.
And it's
What
not-
do I
it's not
think
silent.
You would pick
Not
from the 1930s.
90-minute 1930s movie.
96 minutes.
Is it a genre that we've already done?
In Five Baggers, no.
Wait, is it a new genre?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
Oh, all right. I think I know what it is.
Oh, whoa. Hold up. Somebody's gonna go. But you said it's not a silent movie.
Oh wait,
It's
well,
not
all
silent,
right.
no.
No, we haven't done this other type of movie here either. All right, fine. I'm not as confident now.
Yeah,
There's
hold
two
on.
types of movies we haven't done in Five Baggers.
It's a new decade and a new main genre that we have not done a Five Bagger of.
Yeah, it knocked out my top. I was going to guess that this is not my guess, but I was going to say, is it Mr. Smith Goes to Washington? But we've done that genre.
It's
So-
not. It's not that.
It's not. Yeah. I
Is
know.
it?
No.
Is it?
I've narrowed it down to two. I have two picks.
Okay.
The Wizard of Oz.
Oh no, that was definitely a consideration at one
Yeah.
point, but no, not
I mean, it's close to 90, not something minutes.
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Before I decided on my previous movie,
Mm-hmm.
I did consider that movie.
The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. I did not consider that today.
How can I narrow it down
Narrow
from
it
these two?
down.
I want to ask a question that can narrow it down from the two.
Okay.
I
got a
don't
pretty
know how
good
to phrase
question.
it though. Hmm.
I feel like this is a movie that you might have to like share it to me, man.
Yeah.
I might.
No. Don't worry about that.
Is
It is not available on Netflix or Amazon Prime for us.
Okay.
In this country, I will tell you that.
Yeah, when you said 1930s, I figured this is not gonna be easily available.
Amazon Prime has a surprisingly deep roster of old ass movies.
Is it King Kong?
No.
Damn. No. All right. I guess is it a genre we've done on Third and Wrong?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then
I feel like Mike is very warm, if not on fire.
is it Stagecoach?
It is Stagecoach.
What?
I was trying to break it down between Stagecoach and All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah, I was looking at All Quiet on the Western Front right now too.
Those were the two that I was like, I bet it's one of these two.
My question was gonna be: does the main actor have a airport named after them in California? Which he does. All right, so the 1939 movie Stagecoach, starring, which
John
has
Wayne.
been remade as well, but this version is starring John Wayne, and some other folks.
Directed by John Ford.
John Ford, yeah. John Carradine, the father of David Carradine, isn't it?
Right. I don't know. Might as well be, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the father.
Kung Fu.
Yeah, David Carradine. Yeah.
So the next movie we'll be watching is Stagecoach.
Wait, we haven't done a Western?
We have not done a Western.
Yeah, no, we've not.
The closest
That's
would be
insane.
Miller's Crossing because they were kind of like cowboy shouts. But
we haven't done a
definitely
Western.
a noir.
Interesting.
But this.
We almost did a Western. I almost picked 310 to Yuma.
Oh, no.
I've seen that.
I just saw
This-
the remake.
This single line is what cinched it for me. A powerful story of 9 strange people.
That's good. I'm
is-
interested.
Yes.
I have no idea what the story is of this movie.
Yeah,
Me neither.
Me neither. But I just know it's a really.
I know this. Like,
It's a
there's one, like,
really big
famous
movie,
scene,
though.
but-
I just know it's really one of the big movies
Yep.
back in the day. Probably one of the movies that set Western movies to the forefront.
Could have been. I mean, think about it. This is 1939. This is like World War II.
Starting, yeah.
So, that era.
Damn,
And
John Wayne, man.
John Wayne, the Duke.
I've seen John Wayne movies. I don't think I've ever seen a John Ford movie.
I'm gonna go ahead and check.
it right now too for me.
I feel like I have.
Have I?
Trying
Let's see.
Trying to see. I need his filmography.
Oh yeah, I've seen the Grapes of Wrath. He did the Grapes of Wrath.
I have not.
He was an actor in The Birth of a Nation.
Oh, The Battle of Midway. I've seen that one. I've seen that. And he also did. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Those are the only two I've seen. Battle of Midway and.
Man, this dude directed a lot of movies.
He did, man.
Yeah, he
He was
did.
very prolific.
Fuck.
He was famous. Shit.
Now he's dead.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Just think about that.
Yeah, if he was directing movies in the 20s.
No, yeah, even
like,
before. See, yeah.
But even in the 30s, he was really prolific in the 30s and the 40s. It's going nuts.
Yeah, this is too many.
I'm having trouble figuring.
There's so many movies.
I don't
That's
know if I've seen
insane.
any of them though. The Hurricane, I've seen that. Denzel Washington, right?
I was gonna say that one.
Denzel Washington.
Grapes of Wrath. I don't think I've seen the movie though.
But yeah, he's like the, he's the Western movie director guy.
Mm-hmm.
He did every Western movie.
This is Korea. Very interested to see how that shaped out.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever seen any of these movies.
Dude, Google pictures of John Ford in like the later half of his life. He looks pretty badass. Looks pretty cool. He's got like an eye patch.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of them either. So there we go. All right,
There we
next
go.
movie. Look forward to it.
Stagecoach. And here we go.
Anything else, folks? Are we
Uh,
done? Are we done recording?
We're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let me.
Someday we'll get back to Third and Wrong.
What was the last series we watched? Oh,
You know,
it was
I
fucking.
thought-
I remember.
I thought we were doing Cobra Kai.
What's it called?
We got it. That's a
Lone
that a
Wolf
different
and Cub. That's
Lone
what
Wolf and Cub.
Oh, it's so good.
That's a separate episode. What?
You're talking about.
Have you seen Lone Wolf and Cub?
I saw the samurai, right, with the samurai with his kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Baby, yeah.
Have you seen all of them?
No.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. You might change your mind.
Mm.
Little spoiler
Yeah.
for if we ever do that episode.
We watched all of them.
How many are there?
6?
6?
Seven?
Seven?
How many?
6,
There's
7.
too many.
Too many of them, for sure. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.